Hello everyone, this is the Mediocre Beast, and today I am back to review McFarlane DC Multiverse Catwoman from the Dark Knight Trilogy, specifically from the Dark Knight Rises movie. This one is a standalone release. It's not part of that Build-A-Figure wave that was released. It had Batman, Joker, Two-Face, and Scarecrow, and you could build Bane. This is a standalone, and it's a McFarlane Platinum Edition. I don't know what that means, and I'm not a mint in box collector, so this doesn't really matter. I'm going to open it up anyways. But the box, it looks great, like any other standard McFarlane boxes. On the back, you see a standard poster for Catwoman from the movie. And apart from that, nothing else is standing out. So let's crack this thing open and see how it looks from the inside. So here is Catwoman out of the packaging and it looks great. I personally think that the only issue with this figure is the face sculpt. If you see closely, you can definitely tell that this is Anne Hathaway. I mean, from certain angles, it's definitely her, and from some other angles, it doesn't look as much as her. So I think even though they have tried to capture the likeness of Anne Hathaway from the Dark Knight Rises movie, and they have done well, but they could have done better, I think. So this is good, but it could have been great. So that's my only gripe. Other than that, the face looks great. If you can see, the eyes are painted really nice. She has glossy lipstick on, that looks great. The eye covering, and also her goggles turned the ears, cat ears, those also look great. You even see the band here that is holding her eye gear in place, so that looks great. Hair looks great. There's some nice details on the hair. It's just not plain brown. There's some shading going on here to give it more texture, give it more liveliness. So that looks great. The figure itself, the bodysuit of Catwoman, it looks wonderful. I think, as you can see, she was wearing a leather bodysuit, and it has this matte texture, this textured pattern throughout the dress. That looks great. But her gloves, her utility belt, and her thigh-high boots, all of these have this glossy leather finish. So even though the entire figure is black, these certain parts that have this glossy finish make it stand out, make it look really good, and make it look movie accurate. So I'm glad that they have gone this route. And another thing worth mentioning is the heels. As you can see on her boots, these heels are silver, and I don't remember the heels being silver. I mean, this is just a minute detail, and if it was painted black, I wouldn't have even known. So that's a great touch that they are trying to keep everything from the movies. So I think that should be appreciated. Overall, the figure, it looks great with all the paint, with all, and the proportions. I think it looks great. Anne Hathaway had long legs, I think, in the movie, and it looks great. I think the proportions are great. The bodysuit was captured perfectly. The only gripe, as I mentioned earlier, is the face. I think it could have been better, but it's not too bad. I mean, it works. So I think that should be good enough. Now, let's look at the accessories of Catwoman. Catwoman comes with extra 2 pairs of hands. The one that she already has, the open hands, as you can see, both the hands are open. Oh, one thing, this finger, the index finger, this one right here, I think it's a little too bent on mine. I think I'll have to fix this with a hair dryer or something. But these are the open hands that she came with originally, and she has pair. This is like a hand for holding guns, I suppose. So she has that, a pair of that, and another pair of fists, just to fight Batman, I guess. So these are the spare hands that she comes with. Catwoman also comes with a necklace. This bottom part is hollow, but there's this sculpted necklace here, a pearl necklace, I suppose, that she stole from Bruce Wayne's house. So Catwoman comes with this. I mean, it looks okay, but I don't mind. Like if I didn't have it, I wouldn't have mind. So it's good to have it, but nothing too memorable to have. But this one, I think this is my favorite accessory from Catwoman. This is the Batman's cowl after Bane basically broke him in half. This is the broken cowl, and you can see all the spots, all the scratches, and all those battle damage that Batman faced when Bane basically thrashed him. So this one looks great. I think this is a good accessory to be had from this Dark Knight Trilogy. Apart from these accessories, Catwoman also comes with display base, standard McFarlane display base, and their standard trading card, or whatever it is that they want to call it. I don't see the purpose of it. If you like it, you can go ahead and pause and read the bio if you want, but I really don't see any purpose of it. So yeah, it's there, so I'll just keep it, but I'm not too excited about this. So that's all about the Catwoman. Now let's quickly take a look at the articulation. So Catwoman's headpiece right here, the ears or the goggles, it doesn't move. It's a fixed piece. And her head, it moves. It doesn't look up that much because of the hair. It's restricting the movement, and it's expected. Figures with long hairs, they suffer from this issue. It can look down this much. So, and you can also rotate the head a full 360 degrees. That's great. And Catwoman doesn't have a neck joint. She does have shoulder joints. So you can move the shoulder from side to side this much, and you can also rotate the full hand. And she has a bicep cut joint right here, so you can rotate near the bicep. That's great. And she also has double jointed elbow. I really like this kind of joints. It makes the figures much more posable, so that's great. Catwoman also has joint near her wrist, so you can bend the wrist this much, and that's great. And you can also rotate it. So the articulation on the hands are good. On her chest region, there's a joint here, and you should be able to bend it forward. Well, it doesn't bend as much as I'd like it, but it does bend backwards quite a bit. So that's good. I wish it was able to bend a little bit further in the front, but I suppose that's okay. And Catwoman also has joint near the waist, so you can move the waist. That's good to have. Catwoman also has joint in the leg, so you can basically do a kicking motion or whatever. And she also has a double jointed knee, so you can do some really dynamic poses with these. Also, she has a thigh cut, so you can actually rotate the thigh a full 360 degrees. So that's great to have. I mean, Catwoman is supposed to be really athletic. She's a cat burglar, and she's kind of like a gymnast. She can do a lot of acrobatic stuff. So it's imperative that she has lots of articulation. And I think they have done quite well in terms of that. The last piece of articulation left showing is that the ankle articulation. So you can basically move this much, and you can also rotate the full feet. So that's great. You also have a toe joint that can bend this much. So in terms of articulation, I think they've done a good job. There's some other minute details I think worth mentioning. You can see that throughout her bodysuit, you can see these different wrinkles on certain places, these creases on her on her gloves, on her near her thighs here, on the boots, even on the back. You can see these creases, all these things. Like she's wearing a tight bodysuit, so having these creases and wrinkles, it makes it look more authentic. It makes it really like a movie accurate version of Catwoman, and I really like that they have gone through all these details. Instead of just having a plain bodysuit, they have added all these wrinkles to make it look more lifelike, and I really appreciate that. And even you can see the zipper on her bodysuit here near her throat. If you can see closely, yep, there's this zipper. So it's an entirely black figure, but on top of that they have added these small details, and that has made this figure really great, I think. But one more thing I should be mentioning, I think, that is the lipstick that she has, glossy lipstick. It looks great, but the problem is that I don't think her lips align with her nose. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I feel that the nose is kind of not centered with the lips. The lips is more like tilted towards her right, and I don't know if I'm seeing wrong, but I feel that way. It's not proportionate, and I'm not really sure whether in real life it should be like this. Do let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. Also, let's take a quick look at the cowl accessory that Catwoman comes with. So this is comparing it with the actual head sculpt of Batman, Christian Bale here, and it looks great, I think, the cowl, the broken cowl. The only difference being it has a glossy finish, whereas the actual figure has a matte finish. But that's not a major issue, I think. It was wet. The cowl was wet when it was broken, when Batman was broken in half. Maybe that's why it looks glossy, but I think it looks really good. Now let's do a quick measurement of Catwoman. Catwoman stands exactly 7 inches from head to toe. Now let's do some quick comparison. So here is Catwoman next to the other figures from the Dark Knight Trilogy. You see Two-Face, Scarecrow, Joker, Batman, and Bane. Don't judge me for placing them in this way. Actually, let me get rid of Two-Face and Scarecrow from here, so that shouldn't look too bad now. And this is Joker. As you can see, Joker is standing quite a little bit tall than Catwoman. Let's get rid of Joker as well because it's from a different movie. Now, with Batman and Bane from the same movie, Dark Knight Rises, as you can see, Bane is significantly taller than Catwoman, and Batman is also taller and larger than Catwoman. Even though I'm not really happy with the size difference between Batman and Bane, but I think with Catwoman, Bane looks really good. So overall, I think if you look at the size, they work really well, except that Bane should have been a little bit larger, I think. So now we are near the end of the video. I have shown you everything there was to show for this Catwoman figure, I think. If there was anything else left, please do let me know in the comment section. But so far, I think it was a pleasant experience unboxing this one. I really like the figure. It looks great. There were some issues with the face sculpt, as I shared earlier. But apart from these issues, I think it is a solid figure. It looks great. It goes really well with the entire movie collection for the Dark Knight Trilogy series. And I highly recommend this. I think I'm going to give this a 4.5 stars out of 5. I really like this figure. So that's why I'm giving it a good score. What do you think? If you agree with me or if you disagree with me, do let me know in the comment section. I'd like to hear your thoughts. And also, I'm a new YouTuber, so please do subscribe to my channel. It really motivates me, and your thumbs up, these things are really motivating factors for me, so please do that if you can. Other than that, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I'm going to see you on the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.